am joined by my parents, Jackie and Mark Wren, or Mum and Dad, and we're going to talk today about how weight training won't make you too big. So before we do that, Dad, would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh yes, I'm Mark. I've been personal training for 27 years. Before that I was Royal Marine Commando.
Mum?
Yeah, I'm Mum. I've been training people for about 35 years, been in the fitness industry. And before that I was a gymnast and always been involved in fitness in some way in my life.
And you do a lot of the rehab, don't you?
Yeah, now I do a lot of stroke and cardiac rehab and rehabilitation of people with joint injuries, replacements,
Yeah.
etc.
We mostly did joint rehab because that's what I need the most of.
A lot of work's gone on Mark's knees.
And obviously, I've been qualified since 2018, and I specialise in strength and conditioning training and helping people get stronger. So today we want to talk about how we're not going to get too big. So, have you got anything you'd like to say about this?
Well, I think we'll go very back to the very beginning of when we first started training Davina. She was always a little bit worried. She was going, because Mark's always been an advocate of you train like a man to look like a woman. And I think we've kept that.
That's the Marines.
Yeah, but we've kept that ethos really that you need to weight train. You aren't going to bulk up. You're not going to be huge. Look how brilliant Davina did and how great she looked. And unless you are a competitive bodybuilder, you're never going to be like Alex.
So, Dad, can you just explain how doing weight training a couple times a week won't make someone look like me?
Okay. So what I find when people want to start training, the first thing they say they want to change. They want to change the way they look and the way they present themselves. Historically, in the 80s and 90s, ladies,
Golden era.
yeah, golden era aerobics. Ladies would do thousands of leg raises to make their bums smaller, but would lift one weight up in case their biceps got bigger. That doesn't make sense to me. Everything you do, if you do running or anything, weight training will definitely supplement and make you more healthy.
Yeah,
as a result.
that's right, and it will make your muscles stronger that support your joints, which is really important. So no matter what your sport is or however you like training, if you haven't got good muscle tone, strength and condition, you are running a massive risk of injury. So it's important that you have the whole package, and one of the main ingredients of that is strength and conditioning training.
Another thing I'd like to mention is how toning up is simply just building muscle. So
Yes.
there's no difference. So the training that I do to get what some people may seem extreme is exactly the same as the training you would implement to tone up, if that makes sense.
That's
what I
right.
like to say as well.
Yeah, that's right. I
So
mean,
still train effectively to
Yeah.
tone.
yeah,
That makes sense.
Yeah, complete sense, because toning your muscle makes it defined and makes it look nice as much as anything else.
Yeah.
But most importantly, muscle mass is important for our bodies anyway. We are designed to build muscle. We're not designed to be flabby. And,
Yeah. Flabby.
Scientific flabby.
We're not.
Quote from the Wren.
Yeah, we'll put that on this hashtag.
You're not. Yeah. Hashtag. You're not designed to be flabby. So yeah. So strength training and muscle building is extremely important. The extreme you want to take that muscle building to is purely up to an individual.
Yeah, so personally, I eat 6 to 7 meals a day. Everything's tracked, everything's weighed out. None of this happens by accident. So not training weights because you think you'll get too big. It's like not playing tennis because you look like Serena Williams. It doesn't happen. It's not an accident. That's something I want to say as well.
Yes.
They didn't lift up one dumbbell and then became me now.
It takes a tremendous amount of dedication, hard work, and motivation to make yourself build muscle to the extent that Alex and other competitive bodybuilders do.
And Dad.
And Dad. not me. I mean, I turn up. I'm an old lady now. I keep trim, keep toned up, but I don't go to the extremes of the sport.
She has done though.
I have done. And that's another thing. I have done, but now I don't.
Now you're tiny.
Yeah. And all these things about if you build muscle, as soon as you stop bodybuilding, it'll all turn to fat. Biggest myth in the world.
No, one thing can't turn into another. Same thing as your skin can't turn into your hair. Doesn't happen.
That's right.
No. Your turn. Anything you want to say?
Can I get some air?
Yeah, I think because, like we said, Jackie's been doing it for 35 years. I'm doing it for 27, and so our client base has got a little bit older. Mine has anyway,
Yeah,
and
of course.
the effects to aging is definitely through weights, because when your testosterone levels drop as a man, when your estrogen levels change, when you go through the menopause, there's the massive decline in strength. And if you continue on that trajectory, you will end up where you won't be able to walk across trajectory.
Yeah, that's right.
You won't be able to walk across a room without being in pain. So you're trying to offset the aging process through weight, and the best way to do that is through weight training.
Also, can we talk about movement? Making sure that if you fall over, you can get up and stuff like that.
Yes, that's very, very important. It's a nice little drill I do with me older clients. Very simple. Just lay on the floor and stand up again, and then they do that, and then they've got to do it a different way. And just doing it. But to do that, you need to be able to push with your arms, press up position. You need to be able to do a squat position to get up off the floor.
Really important.
It's really important. I've been to.
That's a fireman.
Yeah, I've been a firefighter for 25, retired actually. 61 days, right?
I'm not worried.
But I've been to an old guy to help the ambulance who'd fallen over and was laying on his face on the radiator, 85, and he had one of the chairs that helped him get up and down off the floor, but he couldn't remember how the motor skills to stand up was because he's not done enough movement.
Yes.
Or
had
That's
enough
a very
strength.
practical reason why it's important, especially as you're aging, to do some form of working out, particularly weight training.
Yeah.
Particularly weight training,
Yeah. I
definitely,
mean, I
yeah.
practice every day getting up off the floor because I'm really old.
Luckily, you're quite low to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything we like to say? Anything else?
Yes, the most important thing is for the ladies to train like a man and look like a woman,
And for the men?
and for the men, it's important to keep the weight trained, to keep the testosterone levels high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything?
Well, my final thing is never think, oh, it's too late for me, because it's never too late to change any habits you've got. I mean, I'm over 60 now, and I still make changes to my lifestyle every day. Every day, something. I ain't told my I was over 60.
Never told your husband that?
I mean, over 40. You need to keep your body engaged in movement, in exercise. You need to continue to eat well, regardless. But it's never too late. You know, whatever's gone before has gone before.
Yeah.
And
So,
obviously,
there you go.
if anyone would like to work with any of us, Mum specialises in,
Rehabilitation, especially stroke and cardiac.
Yeah.
Dad specialises in.
Weight training and movement.
He can also get you fit for specific events,
Yeah,
such as joining the military,
Yeah, ultra marathons.
ultra marathons,
Yeah.
anything like that. Contact Dad, and obviously strength conditioning. That's my area. So
Your specialty.
yeah, if you'd like to get in contact with us, give any of us a message, and we'll get back to you. Thank you.